everyone, welcome to my channel. So in last video we have discussed the structure of hemoglobin, and today we will discuss the function of RBCs, that is red blood cells. So the main function of RBC is the transport of oxygen from the lungs to all the tissues and organs of the body, and how this will oxygen will be transferred from the lungs to all tissues and organs of the body by the two main ways. Number one is dissolved in plasma. So in our blood we have a plasma that is fluid in nature. So in blood plasma क्या होता है 2% जो ऑक्सीजन होती है वो डिसॉल्व हो जाती है एंड द मेजर 98% of oxygen combine with hemoglobin. And hemoglobin, what is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a kind of a pigment protein that is present in red blood cells. When this oxygen combines with hemoglobin form a oxyhemoglobin, and then this oxyhemoglobin carry red blood cells transfer to all the tissues and organs of the body where oxygen is utilized by the cells. Now we will discuss what is the main basic process of the oxygen inhalation and their transport. First, when we inhale oxygen from mouth and nose, that is the process called inhalation. Then this oxygen goes inside the lungs, and where lungs is present inside the chest, where we have alveolus kind of structure, balloon like kind of structure, and this lungs have very thin epithelial layer and the large surface area. So it will become easier to transfer of oxygen from the lungs to the blood. Okay, when this blood goes inside the alveolus, and alveolus में क्या होता है, बहुत सारी blood capillaries क्या होती हैं, attach होती हैं साथ में, इसमें blood flow कर रहा है. When this oxygen goes inside the alveolus, this oxygen goes inside the blood where the 2% of oxygen is combined with plasma, and the rest 98% of oxygen combined with the hemoglobin molecule, where in one hemoglobin molecule 4 oxygen molecule will attach, because in one hemoglobin molecule there are 4 heme group, that is the one heme group where at the center iron is present, and these are the 4 pyrrole rings and one oxygen molecule attached with the iron. So there are 4 heme groups, so 4 oxygen molecule will attach with the hemoglobin, and when this blood becomes oxygenated, because the hemoglobin attached with the oxygen, this blood goes to the heart through the arteries. Okay, and this heart and blood pumps the blood to the different body parts where the tissues utilize the oxygen and give a byproduct, that is carbon dioxide, and this carbon dioxide again goes to the lungs where when we exhale out from mouth the carbon dioxide, this process is called exhalation. So when the all 4 oxygen molecule attach with the RBCs, that RBC is called the saturated, 100% saturated, when all the heme group attach with the oxygen molecule. Okay, so now we'll discuss how these oxygen molecules transfer from the alveolus to the blood and from the blood to the tissues. The main reason behind is the partial pressure. Okay, so the outside we have the partial pressure of different gases is 760 mmg of mercury, and in that oxygen it is 160 mmg of mercury. When we inhale oxygen, then this oxygen goes inside the alveolus where the pressure reduce हो जाता है pressure, और वहाँ पे कितना रह जाता है 100 mmg of mercury रह जाता है, because in alveolus other gases भी present होती हैं जैसे कि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, वाटर वेपर, जिसकी वजह से क्या होता है ऑक्सीजन का पार्शियल प्रेशर 100 mmg तक पहुँच जाता है. सो इस एल्वुलस के अराउंड क्या होती है, ब्लड कैपिलरीज होती हैं, वीनस ब्लड आता है जो कि डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड होता है, वो होता है इसके साथ में फ्लो करता है. देन दिस in this venous blood the partial pressure of oxygen is only 40 mmg of mercury. So what happens that there is a process called diffusion of gases. When there is a higher concentration of gases, from where the gases will transfer from higher concentration to the lower concentration. Here the partial pressure of oxygen is very high, 100 mmg, and here in the blood the partial pressure of oxygen is only 40 mmg mercury. So there is a diffusion of gases. So what happens that here the oxygen will diffuse inside the capillaries blood where the oxygen combines with the plasma only in 2% and the rest 98% of oxygen combines with the hemoglobin form a oxyhemoglobin. Then this red blood cells become oxygenated and here the partial pressure of oxygen becomes 100 mg of mercury because प्रेशर जो हो गया इक्वल हो गया क्योंकि यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन ट्रांसफर हो गया तो इसके यहाँ पे प्रेशर क्या होगा ऑक्सीजन का ज़्यादा हो गया. So the deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated and the color of the blood becomes brighter red. So the color क्या हो गया blood का brighter red हो गया because वहाँ पे oxygenated हो गया क्योंकि oxygen hemoglobin के साथ attach हो गई. So what will happen after that? When this blood which is oxygenated, that is the here the partial pressure of oxygen 100 mg of mercury. Then when this blood goes to the tissues and tissues need oxygen for the oxidation of food, for carrying out the for taking of energy, for giving out energy, then this and here the partial pressure of oxygen is 40 mg of mercury. Here it is also in tissue cells the partial pressure of oxygen is only 40 mmg of mercury. So again यहाँ पे क्या होता है diffusion होता है from higher concentration to the lower concentration. So again oxygen will transfer from the blood to from the red blood cells to the tissue cells and the tissues take oxygen from the hemoglobin and utilize it for the energy. So oxygen molecule dissociate from the hemoglobin and tissues use oxygen. So again here क्या होता है RBC changes its color, उसका color क्या हो जाएगा change हो जाएगा और क्या हो जाएगा red to purple हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा deoxygenated blood हो गया and this deoxygenated blood again veins के through अगेन कहाँ जाएगा लंग्स में जाएगा और लंग्स में अगेन यही सेम प्रोसेस होगा व्हेन वी इनहेल ऑक्सीजन देन this partial pressure of oxygen and the partial pressure of blood difference in the partial pressure of the oxygen the again here process occur the oxygen will transfer from the alveolus to the blood from higher concentration to the lower concentration and the blood again becomes oxygenated and again transfer from the lungs to the heart and to the different body parts and here this process is going on again and again. Okay, so I hope you like this video. If you like this video please like and subscribe my channel and for more videos. Okay, thank